Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning, Facebook, and not Facebook. I do this every week. Oh, my goodness. Okay, eventually this will be on Facebook. So good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Blog Talk Radio, Spreaker, iHeart, Google, and everybody else. Good morning. This is Toni Greene. I am here with Psychic Medium Toni Greene. Right after this show, I'm going to take a quick break, and I am going to do Create a Life You Love. Now, if this show happens to run over, if it takes longer than 30 minutes, because this show also airs on WSCS, you can watch this show, the rest of the show, on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Okay, I thought for a minute before the show started, I wrote these notes. Yeah, you can't see them, thank goodness. That I would be a little bit more organized when I started. Apparently that is just not the case. So here we go. Today I will be taking callers, and I have to put this on speaker, so just 1 second, folks. Where'd it go? Come back. There we go. Now we're on speaker. Okay. So today I'll be taking callers. If you want to call in, the number is 845-277-9131. That's the way I answer questions for people. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Genevieve. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Em from India. Thank you so much for joining me here on Psychic Medium Toni G. And Genevieve is from Canada. Where are you from, Trisha? I have people from all over the world. I'm so blessed that listen to the show, and people from all over the world that I've been able to assist on their journeys. Hey, BR from Milwaukee. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm a fellow Milwaukeean. Is that how we would say that? Trisha is from New Hampshire. Hey, New Hampshire. Kiki, yes. Hi. This is so exciting to me to see everybody on YouTube and to see everybody in my call log. Okay, I need to try to stay focused. Okay, I could do this seriously all day long. So, right after this show, I'm going to do Create a Life You Love. So if you can, stay tuned for that. Today we're going to talk about being here to create and co-create everything that we want in this world and how that happens and what kind of blocks us from doing that, okay? And then, oh, my God, I can't believe I didn't lead with this. Okay, so many amazing things have been happening. So over the past couple of weeks, or the past week, I don't know. I don't track time very well. But Root Rangers reached out to me. They have stations, live streaming stations on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire Stick. And guess what, folks? You can now, soon you'll be able to watch my shows there. So it's so completely exciting. I am so honored, and just so many things are happening in that area with Rudy and Root Rangers, and I'm beyond words for it. It's simply amazing. So you guys, there's another way to watch me. Although the only thing that you can laugh at me, I was just thinking, gosh, I don't know if anybody needs to see this face on that big of a screen. Like, it really made me examine, like, what do my pores look like when I'm blown up? Okay, that's me and ego. Let's get out of there. Okay, 2 more quick things here. Okay, so every week I have a monthly subscription, and the clearings I do on this show, I do for clients monthly, but I do different clearings. I make sure your home, and everybody in it are clear. So if you would like to be part of the monthly subscription, you can go to my website, TONIG.info, and you can subscribe. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. And I do it as a group for everyone Sunday evening, and sometimes I do it during the middle of the week also. I just want to, make sure everybody on that list is always clear and running forward, and, their homes are cleared and everybody in their home is cleared. And we don't talk on the phone. I do it at a distance in a group setting for everybody all at once. So you don't even have to make time for me, which is really good in today's world, that it just happens. Every Sunday evening you get to kick off the week in a very powerful way. So if you're interested in that, please go to my website, and I'll be happy to, once you're subscribed or once you pay, then you're added to the list. Okay, the last thing before we get started with callers is, yes, I've channeled books. I've channeled 7 books, but trying to hold up all 7 books is like awkward for me. So here's my latest book, which is, actually, I'm just going to put these 2 books down, but they're also here, so I just showed you that. Okay, this book, there are actually poems in here that I channeled, and the one poem that I can't even read through it still today. Like, I tried to read through it for a client, and by the 3rd line, I just started crying, and I don't know why. It's so ridiculous. But there's a channeled poem called Ever, EVER, and that's the one every friggin' time. Like, I can't get past the 3rd line, and I'm crying, and I'm like, okay, I'm done reading this poem. I'm not reading it. And the other poem that everybody loves in this book is called, I think it's called Message from the Other Side, and it's what your loved ones on the other side want you to know, which to me is amazeballs. I love that poem. That poem doesn't make me cry. Now, everybody I sent a copy of this to review it said, have a box of tissue with you. So there are poems in here. It might not be the same poem that gets to me, but there are poems in here that really get you, that really, everybody who has read it, even my guy friends who I sent copies to, they read a couple of them. They're like, holy cow, I didn't think I would have that reaction. So, so it's small, but it is very powerful. And it is from the other side. Everything in this book was channeled along the same as this book. Every poem in here was channeled from the other side. Angels just bring that information through me. And actually, this book too, which this seems like a really big book, right? No, it's not. So what it is there's a question to ponder, and then there's like a page to answer, a page and a half or 2 pages to answer the question, so that you can this is a book about transforming how you feel and how you think and where you go with things. Because when we're stuck in our beliefs, we can't grow. We can't get those things that we want in life. And sometimes a simple little what if can change your whole perspective and really make you have a different world or existence or life. Here's one that I really like, and I'm always saying this, so I'm going to read this one. What if you made loving you a priority and then loving everyone else happened automatically? Right? we don't make loving ourselves the priority. We don't. We're so busy taking care of everything and everyone else. And we were never taught that loving ourselves is the priority. Loving ourselves is what we're supposed to be doing here. Loving ourselves is like, yeah, I always say to people, you can only love others as much as you love yourself, and you can only allow as much into you as far as love goes as you have for yourself. Everything else is uncomfortable and foreign. So let's get out of that, right? For sure, for real. Absolutely 100%. 1,000,000%. Let's go 1,000,000%. When we love ourselves unconditionally, everything opens up, and we're then in this beautiful, beautiful space that everything around us, that the people that come in are unconditionally loving, and they and if they're not, it doesn't even matter, because we're at such a high vibration, such a high frequency that they're where they are and what they're doing it doesn't affect us personally, because we love ourselves and we know who we are and we're strong. So the first clearing for today, dun, 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 here we go. Are you ready? We are going to work on self-esteem. Yes, because that is a part of loving ourselves, having that self-confidence and self-esteem. So we're going to do a clearing, and it's going to start right now. And everybody on YouTube that is saying hi, oh, love you guys. Thank you so much. If you feel this clearing, if you feel anything, pressure, cold, hot, so on and so forth, just give me a yes on that. That would be awesome, because I do this and I feel it every time. I feel it for myself and I feel it for you. So here we go. I'm going to say we have healthy self-esteem and self-confidence. I'm getting a no. So we clear that. Oof. Yeah, right? Whew. Whew. Okay. And instantly I'm calmer. The energy is here. Okay, we are going to go to callers now. So for my callers, a lot of people have asked me, do I get their names? Do I get their, what information do I have on the callers? And very honestly, I would take a screenshot of it, but it's actually people's phone numbers, so I won't do that. I don't know who's calling in, and I have my YouTube screen up, and I have my other screen for the call log in, and I have trouble navigating the two of these. I'm a one-person show, so I'm not getting somebody's phone number and looking them up and seeing who they are. It's I call out their first three of their area code, and then sometimes they tell me their name and where they're calling from. Sometimes they don't. And I do the best I can to answer their question, which takes me to this. Please have one exact question ready, and or one exact connection. Please don't say who's around, what does Spirit want to tell me about my love life. Have an exact question ready. There are people that try to get through to me for months, and they don't. And the faster I can get through your question, not that I'm rushing your question. If you listen to my show, if you watch my show, I'll take the time with people on there, but I'm not going to fish through all of your energy or try to get through to get that one exact thing. When you ask a vague question, it takes a little longer and the information is more elaborate, I'll say. Also, if you ask for a connection, please don't piggyback that connection with a question afterwards. If you want to connect, let's just say with your grandma, and you want to ask your grandma an exact question, awesome. Say, hey, I have a question for my grandma. What's going to happen with this situation? But once I connect with your grandma and give you the information, then don't add a question to it. It's not fair to the rest of the callers. So here we go. I'm going to go to the very first caller, and that is 914. Hello, 994. How are you? Hi.
Thank you so
What's
much
your
for
name?
taking my call. Yes, my name is Catherine. I'm calling from New York.
Excellent, Heather. How can I help you today?
Catherine, I'm excellent. Thank you. I was wondering, please, if you see a future between Eric and me.
Ooh. Kidding. And please listen to the whole answer. I hear yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, no. Now, yes, no can mean one of two things, okay? Yes, no can mean one of you wants it, the other one doesn't. But hold on. Yes, no can mean, yes, there's a future, but no, you shouldn't have this future. You should, make a better choice. But yes, no can also mean yes, but not as long as you're thinking or as long as you want. So as I look at the two of you and your energy together, I'm going to tell you, first I'm going to ask you, how long have you been with him? For a couple of months? How long have the two of you been together?
It's an online thing because we're in different parts of the country, but I would say it's close to a year we've been talking.
Okay. I need to be really honest with you, and I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Who you think he is? I just am getting two things. I keep hearing this, and I have goosebumps all over the top of my head. I'm literally flattening down my hair because I feel like my goosebumps are so big that it's making my hair stand up. What I'm getting is double-faced, not two-faced, double-faced, like he's showing you one personality, but he's really this other personality. And the other thing I'm getting is that he's not I'm so sorry to say this, but he's not genuine. He's not who you think he is. He's not a person that is there are a lot of things that he has. There are a lot of things that you don't know about, and B, there are a lot of things that he has said that may not be 100% accurate. Okay, on paper, and they're telling me you already know this. You already know this to be true. You just might not want to believe this. So on paper, he looks like everything is really good. And on paper means when you're online with him or when you're whatever, but you know deep down, you already have the feeling or the understanding deep down that there's something wrong here. There's something that's not quite right here. And I'm going to go so far, there's something you're doing with him and somebody on the other side, and I feel like this is a grandmother or an elderly woman who is saying, stop doing it, stop doing it, stop doing it, just stop doing it now, right now, no more. Whatever this action or thing is that you're doing with this person, cut it. Let it be done. Move on with your life. This was seemingly a safe relationship for you because he's at such a distance. It's like being in a relationship without being in a relationship. So if you're not ready to jump full in on a relationship, just don't do it. Just be single. Just enjoy yourself. Don't have some facade of something going on. Now, that's not me. I don't talk that bluntly to people. Just enjoy being single. We don't being single is the most empowering thing. And women, we always are like, oh, I want this. Okay, yeah, great. But be single for a while. Figure out who you are. Be strong in that.
and then let somebody find you. Then let somebody who is the right person, who doesn't need things from you, come in for you, okay? Now, I'm also going to say, and it's really, okay, I'm going to repeat this, stop doing whatever you're doing for this person. Stop it now. Okay, so whatever that is, I just want to say, I'm going to tell you this person on the other side, this woman from the other side is saying, you know better than this. And I'm going to let it go right there because I think I've answered your question.
Yes.
And I hope
my grandmother was one.
For you, everybody listening, everybody re-listening, you know, we do want that good, healthy relationship, that good, healthy love. So I'm going to say, I'm going to do a clearing right now for us that says there's something stopping or blocking us from healthy love relationships. And, of course, I'm getting a yes on that. And I'm going to clear that for you, for everybody listening, for everybody re-listening. And I'm doing this thing now where I'm telling everybody that is at about the 21-minute mark. If you just want to come back in and just clear that. Every day you can go to the 21-minute mark of this show. Do that. So I want to thank you so much for calling in. I am going to go to the next call. You know what? There is the potential for somebody new to come in June. But in order for this new person to come in, you have to decide, excuse me, I'm so sorry. You have to decide you're ready to be in a big girl relationship. A big girl relationship. And no, girl, I feel you because we kind of pick people according to what we're ready for. We kind of want to pretend we're in a relationship, but we're really just. And if you are watching me, I'm probably turning a little bit red right now because we pick people who like maybe aren't ready to commit, and then we go, well, that's not my fault. They're in another country. It's not my fault. They're across the state. It's not. You know, I can't. It is because if we were really, really ready for that committed relationship, the person who would be showing up, there would be nothing that could keep us apart. There would be nothing that could stop us from being with this person, and it would all fit and we'd be together. And when we're really ready for that, so let me do one more clearing for you, everybody listening, everybody re-listening. We are actually ready for a committed, loving relationship. I get a yes on that. So that's good. There's something stopping or blocking committed, loving relationship for everybody listening, re-listening. I'm getting a no. That's the first time that's ever happened because, you know, this is not only for you and I and everybody on the line right now, but that's good. So what I want to say is thank you so much for calling in. Please keep me posted, okay, love?
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely my pleasure. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Thank you. I'm going to go to 231, and 231, how are you today?
I'm great. How about yourself? Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely my pleasure. How can I help you?
Well, I'm calling from Michigan, and I've been interviewing for several different positions. And do you see anything happening, or have you offered one of those anytime soon?
Yes. I'm asking questions right now. So if I'm silent for a second, I'm just asking questions. And the first question I'm asking is are you going to get something you've already interviewed for? And I hear, and then I ask, when are you going to know about this job? And I hear tomorrow. Now, this might be something that you have applied for and they're going to reach out to you. And tomorrow can mean literally tomorrow. It can mean today. It can mean this week. It means it's coming in quick. Or you literally find this position tomorrow. Now, the one thing I'm hearing for you, and I know this is not always as easily said as it is done, there's a great opportunity for you coming in. And ooh, girl, I'm getting some goosebumps all over my legs on this. But it's going to require a relocation from you. But it's everything you want. It's everything you want. It's your, oh my gosh, it's your do-over. It's your 100% do-over. Like I always say, when we go on vacation, we get to be somebody that we're normally not. We show up as this person. Well, when we relocate, we get to do that too. We get to reinvent ourselves. We get to show up and shine out as somebody that we would be if everybody didn't already know us, right? Because the people who know us, they're like, that's not who you are. What are you doing? And then we're like, no, but this is who I want to be. Oh, you stop it now. This new position, that you have the potential to take, is, I just keep hearing, it's everything you want. It's absolutely everything you want. So if you're comfortable or you want to look in other areas for a position, it's going to come in and it'll be everything you want. It's your start over. But if you don't, now let's just say some people think it's you can't just pick everything up and relocate. You can't just pick everything up and start over due to other people, or you just don't want to. You don't feel comfortable doing that. What I'm going to say is, within the month, you will know about another opportunity. And again, I hear tomorrow. Now, whether that means tomorrow something is, you're going to see something, they're going to call you, or you're going to get an answer back from one of these companies within this week, I feel like you're going to have some good results, and you are going to be in a place within a month where you feel better. But if you are open to this relocation position, I feel like that is going to be the most powerful step you've ever taken. Now, I want you to hold on for just one quick second. I need to do something, but don't hang up. Everybody online and everybody that has called in, don't hang up quite yet, because I need to say to everybody on WSCS, the show runs for 30 minutes. I'm going to sign off now, but if you want to see the rest of this show, please go to either my website or my YouTube station or Blog Talk Radio, and you'll get to hear the rest of this show. But thank you for listening so far. Now I'm going to continue the show for everybody still hanging with me here online, on YouTube, on Blog Talk. But I have to give WSCS a cutoff point, so that's it. Here we go. So what I want to say to you, again, and sometimes where we live is not where we energetically vibe with. Like if you've ever gone on vacation and you felt amazing where you were, that means that the energy of that area matches your energy. It's not just a vacation thing. And you might want to consider relocating to that area, being in that sort of situation where you are in a place that feels right. And I tell everybody all the time, does it feel good to you? When you walk in, when you get to that place, does it feel good to you? Do you feel lighter, better, happier in this place? If you don't, it might not be your place. When you're looking for a place to live, when you're looking for a career, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're doing, That's what you want to pay attention to. How does it feel to you? Okay, love, I hope this was helpful for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Now, I am going to go back and forth between Blog Talk and YouTube. So I'm going to go back over to the YouTube screen right now, and I'm going to look at some of the comments and see. I'm catching up with comments. I'm not going to hey, Dwayne, or no, Donna. Hey, Donna. Hi, how are you? I'm not going to scroll back through all of the comments. But I am going to look at what's here and see if there's anything I can answer quickly. It all starts with loving ourselves. Yes, it does, BR in Milwaukee. It starts with loving ourselves 100%, 1,000,000% actually. Donna Marie, can I have a reading, please? Absolutely. Go to my website, TONIG.info. If you want a full reading, you can go there, or you can call into my show, which happens every Monday at noon, and the number is 845-277-9131, and I'm happy to answer a specific question there. Take other calls. Oh, Kiki, I do it as quickly as I can. Hey, Champagne, how are you? Champagne, can I get a reading? Possibly. It's hard to. From the guy you're with. Okay, yeah. Okay, so thank you, Champagne. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a quick clearing, not quick, but if you're in an unhealthy relationship, right? Because some of us are, it just happens. Sometimes we meet someone and we think that energy is telling us to run to this person, and then we find by the time we're in love with the person, it's difficult to get out of the situation. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a clearing. If you're in an unhealthy situation, to be strong enough to leave. And I'm getting a solid yes on that, so I'm going to clear that. And then I'm going to do if we're weak. And I said situation, not relationship. So if you're in a work situation where you're not strong enough to look for another career or job, if you're not strong enough to perhaps get out of a relationship that you've been in for a bit, if you're not strong enough to tell somebody no in a financial situation. I use the word situation purposefully. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling weak and you cannot get out of it, let's clear that. And then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to say we are strong, and the answer is no, and I'm going to clear that, and we're going to get that to a yes, because being able to, holy cow, that's some energy movement going on, folks. Being able to get out of a toxic situation requires strength. First and foremost, we need to be so strong. And we keep going back to what was, what we had, where it was. Guess what? That's freaking long freaking gone. Okay, it's like high school or junior high. It's gone. We're not going back there. We're not going back to kindergarten. Kindergarten was nice. We could take naps. We have playtime, right? Kindergarten's freaking gone, right? We can't go back there. We're never going to be in kindergarten again. So the same holds true for relationships, for partnerships, for work. In the beginning, it's sunshine and champagne and chocolates and flowers, depending on who you're dating. Maybe it's not those things for everybody in the beginning. And the or just the passion, or whatever, but then we find out things about the person. We see their behaviors, and they see ours, right? Like I don't show up to a relationship and, you know, tell my whatever jokes right away, right? I show up with some proper behavior in the beginning. Oh, I have to stop talking about myself online. Oh, my God. Okay, so in the beginning, when we're dating someone, we kind of show up as the best version of us in the beginning, right? It's now that I'm all over online, it's hard for me to hide who I am to anybody at this point. But the point is, when we start to get to know somebody, right, we might have a second thought about being with this person, but we feel like we've already invested time and energy into this situation, and it has to be for something. Yeah, it was to show us either we like this and we want it, or we don't like it and we don't want it, and then we move on. So sometimes we move in a little too quickly with a person. Sometimes we let too many feelings go, and sometimes we can't control those feelings. You meet somebody and you just fall in love immediately with this person, and that's difficult to walk away from. But here's what I'm going to say, that no matter what situation you're in, own your life. You don't own anybody else's life. You don't get to change that person. When dealing with another person or another situation, the only thing you can change is you, who you are, where you are in this situation, what you want, and if you're going to stay or go. It doesn't matter sometimes how many times you tell somebody, this doesn't make me happy. If that's that person, they're just going to keep doing it. They're going to keep showing up as that person. They're going to keep being that person. That's who they are. It's up to you. It's your choice to stay and accept that or to go. Now, if you're in an abusive situation, and people always say, if you're in a physically abusive situation, get out right away. I say, if you're in any abusive situation, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and, of course, physically, you know what, just because it doesn't leave a bruise on your skin doesn't mean it's not leaving a bruise someplace like inside of you. And you need to jump. You need to just get your girl on and go and be in a situation that's healthy and happy. Hey, we can do bad all by ourselves if we're male or female. Now, women can be just as physically, emotionally damaging as a man. I know girls that play games. I know girls that play strong games. Yeah, I know some girls that can get a guy twisted in a second, okay? But I also know guys who can get girls twisted in a second, okay? So it goes both ways. I'm not just talking to my girls here, okay? But I am going to tell you, if you're in a situation that is leaving you confused, sad, upset, jump. What have you got to lose at that point? You've got nothing to lose at that point, okay? If you're in a situation that's making you feel weak, not the good weak, not the weak in the knees, not that weak, but like you're not empowered or strong any longer, make a plan and go, because nothing is worth your soul, your heart, your integrity to yourself. You cannot be more committed and more honorable, more honorable to your partner than you are to yourself. I started this show saying you have to love yourself, make loving yourself a priority. And so many people are running around trying to make their partner a priority and trying to fix that. No, stop. Whatever you're doing for your partner, do it for yourself. Pull that back to you. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one that can and will take care of you. Even if you tell your partner, they might be able to be there for a moment, but they're not 100% of the time supposed to take care of you. That's not what is supposed to happen. It's a partnership. And just like a business partnership, your business partner has their duties. And I always say, and you can go back to any show where I talk about relationships, and here's what I say, like, it's business partnership. If you wouldn't give this person the keys to your business, don't give them the keys to your bedroom. It's just that simple. Now, in a relationship, just like in a business partnership, everybody has their duties, right? One person doesn't show up and become responsible for 100% of everything in that partnership. They shouldn't. And I'm going to tell you this, if you don't love yourself 1,000,000%, and you should look at yourself, and I don't care if it's your worst hair day, if you got stuff hanging out your teeth, I don't care. You should look at yourself in the mirror and say, awesome, I love you, no matter what's going on in your life. Because I learned this a long time ago. Anything anyone gives you, like if your heart is a little empty and you let somebody walk through the door and fill that, when they walk out, they take that with you and you're twice as depleted, you're twice as hurt. Anything, you should be completely full, right? You should feel self-confident, self-esteem, self-worth. You should know your value. You should know who you are. And you should love yourself unconditionally. And then when somebody walks through the door, they compliment that. You're not filling them up with love and taking care of them and making sure their self-esteem is where it's supposed to be, because you can't. Anybody who has a lack of love, there's no amount that you can pour into them that is going to make them say, oh, now I feel better. There's no amount of compliments. There's no amount of reassurance you can give that person that is going to make them say and feel and be better. That comes from within. And that's our childhood programming. Either as children, we were taught and know that we are worthy and good. And then as adults, we worked on it. If we weren't taught that, okay, most children weren't. But as adults, we have to own that and we have to fix that in us, okay? If you're in a relationship that is that dysfunctional, get out, make a plan. Do what you have to do so that the toxicity is gone, okay? And if you're at a point where you know this relationship isn't good any longer, it's time to go. Because and don't worry, like a lot of people, they say, but if I break up with this person, will I meet somebody else? Of course. There are millions of people in this world. You're going to meet somebody else. And hopefully that person will be better, okay? Hopefully that person will be better. And the more you work on yourself, once you leave this person, do the work on yourself. Become who you want to be. Get your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-value. Know that. Own it, okay? 1,000,000% own it. And then you'll meet somebody who is, first of all, also on that level, but will value you in that way. And then you'll have that healthy relationship, that healthy coexistence together. You can't take unhealthy, damaged person, and a lot of us want to do that. Like I think like some people call it the save a hoe complex. No offense to hoes. No, I don't think anybody's a hoe. I don't. I really don't. But it's just a term that some people use. They want to save a brother, save a sister, save a man, save a woman. They see this damaged person and they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna do all these things for this person. I'm gonna fix them and I'm gonna help them. You can't. You just can't. You have to work on you. Get you where you want to be, and then you'll meet somebody who's there. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, when you save somebody, they fly off and then they go be with somebody else. They have a relationship with somebody else who is at that level, right? Because you stayed down here, bringing them up here, and now they want somebody up here. So you have to be what you want. If you want unconditional love, make sure you have that unconditional love for you. Make sure you are filling yourself up. Anything you want a person to give you, you must first give it to yourself. I would say, people say, I want someone who takes me to nice restaurants. I'm like, do you go to nice restaurants? They're like, no. I'm like, give it to yourself. Go do that first. Have those experiences on your own with your girlfriends, your guy friends. Go do it for yourself first. So that's comfortable. So that's your level of living. And that's when that can come in and be comfortable. Now, so many people are worried about being single. Being single is awesome. At least for a while. You get to reinvent yourself. You get to figure out who you are. You get to fix yourself. You get to focus on you, okay? We can be happier sometimes on our own than we are with a partner. And once we realize what makes us happy, where we are, and what we want, we won't accept anything less from anyone. So please focus on that. I'm going to take one more caller from Blog Talk. Let's see, who do we have still on the line over here? Thank you guys for hanging tough with me today. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to actually go to 414 because that's like my neighborhood. Hello, 414.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
My name is Felicia. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely. How can I help you today?
I was like the previous caller you had. I have applied for several jobs, even some that was out of state. So my question is, the job I applied last to here in the state I'm in currently, it's for a Section 8 worker. I have the qualifications. I have over the qualifications. Do you see me getting the interview, getting that job, or do you see another job for me and any of the ones that I put an application in for?
Okay, so here's what I'm getting for you. I don't know where this particular job is going to go, but I do know you are going to get a government job, and it might even be a government sort of contract. I do feel like you are going to be doing something other than what you applied for. So what I want you to do is to look at the, they're saying go, like they're showing me the computer and they're showing me like government.org, available jobs, and just don't be stuck on the title. Look at everything that you know and start applying for whatever that fits.
I did it that way.
Good.
I have. That's
and
why
I
I'm
do
in the government. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like whatever you get, it's going to be different than this particular position that you have mentioned to me. Now, I do want to say, I feel like the position that you're bringing up, the one thing I'm hearing is beneath your pay grade, beneath you. Like you are so much more qualified you could get something much more than what you're applying for right now. You could like upgrade if you choose to. Mm-hmm. You could get something better. You're a very bold, very strong personality, and I feel like there's a position that's going to either come in very quickly, or you're going to hear about or know about. Maybe it's a callback from something you've already like assessed or applied for again, and it's going to be a much better fit than this particular one. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Even if you get this position, take the next one. And sometimes, I'm just going to say, sometimes when we don't get a position we want, it is because there's something better, and they're trying to get us where we're supposed to be with that. They're trying to get us into that space where we are moving toward that position that is such a better fit. So for everybody looking for work, and I know there are so many people looking for work right now, I'm going to do a clearing, and this is at the 51-minute mark, a clearing for there's something stopping or blocking us from getting the perfect job, career, position, and I get a yes on that, and we're going to clear that. Whew. And again, wow, there's a lot of energy moving out today. There's a lot of energy heading out. So please, if you're looking for work, if you want that self-love, self-confidence, re-listen to this, because every time you listen to this, it has the potential to take another layer. Whether you're listening on Rude Ranger station, thank you, Rudy, and Amber. Oh my God, I got to meet Amber for the first time, and hopefully Amber and I are going to have a good. We will have a really good working relationship. I already know that. She's an amazing woman. But anyway, Amber, hey, and thank you, Rude Rangers and Rudy. If you're listening on one of the Rude Ranger stations like Amazon, Fire, Roku, or Apple, and I want to apologize to them right now because I know there's so many other stations, and I am just not. I didn't write them all out. I didn't print that out, so I'm sorry. But go back to these points. Go back to those where the healing starts and re-listen to them. Get that old, worn out, doesn't work for you anymore energy out of you. That's all it is. We are energetic beings, okay? We are 100% energetic beings. And we're sitting with energy programs and beliefs from the past that no longer serve us. And it doesn't matter if we might think, well, I survived that, so it doesn't bother me and I'm okay. Not true. That's not a fact. That's not how it works. That still sits inside of us until it's literally, we release that, right? So this is a good way to release things without even knowing or trying or having to. Just re-listen over and over again until you don't feel that reaction, until you don't have that feeling with that. Okay, it doesn't matter if you listen to it every day, if you do re-listen to the show every day or for once a week, whatever works for you. Okay, I want to do one more clearing on self-love before I check off, because I am getting at that hour mark. Thank you, everybody, for hanging tough with me. We all have healthy self-love, and I'm getting a no, so we're going to clear that. Okay, and a lot of that's weird. I feel it right in my solar plexus, which is that area of fear. Like, are we afraid to love ourselves? Are we afraid to be too egoic? Because that's what we're taught as children, right? Don't be too egoic. Don't think too much of yourself. But there's a difference between healthy self-love and egoic love. Egoic love is a comparison. I look better, feel better, have more than, less than. And believe me, ego also is that side of lack and fear, like a poor me, victim, I don't have enough, or they're better than me. That all comes from the ego. When you're working with spirit, you say, I am exactly who I'm supposed to be. I am love. I am, and being love, this is the biggest thing, the biggest misconception. People are afraid that if they are loving, they're going to get taken advantage of. Quite the opposite. When you completely love your child, like unconditionally love your child, you would never let anybody take advantage of your child, right? You show up as like that person that is like, no, you're not going to take advantage of this child because I love them, or your pet, or whatever it is. So when you have 100% unconditional love for yourself, you don't let people take advantage of you. You, in a very strong and powerful way, are able to say, no, thank you. Just like that. No, thank you. I'm sorry, that doesn't work. And you just let it go. You're just like done. Like, no, thank you. Oh, it's a really nice offer, but no, thank you. If somebody shows up and they can't love you appropriately, you're able to say, you know what, this isn't working out for me, but thank you very much. To the left, to the left. Okay, I had to throw a song in there today. Okay. Oh, I love that song, right? Anybody who is from that era knows. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to thank you all for hanging tough with me today. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. I love you guys so much. I want you to know I'm going to log off for a moment, and then I'm going to come back onto YouTube. My station is, I think, Toni Greene Psychic Medium. I should know that, right? And I'm going to do Create a Life You Love, and we're going to talk about why are we here? What's our purpose here? So if you're on Blog Talk and you can join me in a couple minutes, join me over on YouTube. I'm going to live stream again. I just need to take a quick break, get something to drink, maybe eat a little snack. So give me about 15 minutes. Give me about 15 minutes. I'll be back with Create a Life You Love. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. I would love to answer your questions in the next show. So if I didn't get to you over here, and thank you, I want to just, before I click off, sadness, and Anne-Marie, sadness. I just get it. It's a lot of sadness. It's a lot of sadness. And let me see really quick. Thank you guys so much for all of your comments and your questions. Please bring them to the next show. Please jump on the next show, which should be in about 15-ish minutes. I'll be happy to pick up the conversation then. If I don't see you there, I will see you next week on Psychic Medium Toni Greene, which runs every Monday at noon for 30 minutes. Kiki just asked, where am I doing it? This exact same station that you're commenting on now. I just haven't set the show up yet. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to do that. So it'll be right here. Just stay on YouTube, and I will be pulling that up, okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I look forward to the next show.